What up, YouTube fam? It's Big Mike here with another big time reaction for you. And today's the day we kick off our 7-part docuseries. We're doing a reaction on this channel to Band-Maid, pretty much the artist behind the music. And thanks to Orange, I believe, who put this together. In our last video, he was one that put that video together too, where he did Who is Band-Maid. I thought that'd be a good way to kind of kick this off. And he works with narrator of Kasper Michaels. I believe he's pretty popular from what I heard in the comments. Over in the UK, he does voiceovers for like BBC and other things. So it's really cool that he's doing the voiceovers for this. And it's very well put together. So thank you, NJ, for letting us react to this. I'm excited. Everybody's been telling me for months that I should be reacting to this. And I always told everyone I wanted to get to know the band better. Most of you know my story with Band-Maid. I didn't know anything about them, anything at all about J-Rock, anything. And if you guys saw that first video, you know I didn't know anything, because the first video I reacted to them was a collaboration with The Warning. And back then, I was reacting to a lot of Warning. I really found them by accident, but really loved their music. And I thought, oh, I've never seen them do a collab, so let's check this one out. Well, it turned out it wasn't The Warning's video. It was Band-Maid's video. And I made the mistake of calling them K-pop, and I got torched in the comments on that one. Like I said, check out the first video I did, the collaboration with The Warning. You guys will really get a kick on how little I knew about this. But we're now a few months in, and I like to say I know them pretty well. Not as well as you guys, obviously. I'm learning stuff about them every single day. Even in the last one on Who is Band-Maid. Didn't realize that Misa almost left the band. That was really cool. But we aren't starting with Misa. We are starting with Saiki, the front woman of Band-Maid, the myth, the legend. And she's got a great story too, especially because she didn't come from a well-known band. She wasn't a front woman. From what I heard, she did acting, or she's an actor on TV or something. Like I said, this documentary will probably explain it better, and that's why we are doing this. So if you like what you see here, you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. We are so close to 3K on this channel. God, I can't believe it. I think we're less than 250 away or something like that. So if you guys can hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. You know, maybe in a month here, 5K, end of the summer, 10K. This might be a little bit lofty, but hey, gotta have goals, right? And of course, go over to Band-Maid's channel, leave them a comment, check out their content. More importantly, especially with this and coming up on this series, go over to Orange's channel. I can show you right here. I will also leave his information right there, and I'll kind of pop that up throughout the time. He's the one that put this together. From what everybody's telling me, he's a diehard Band-Maid fan since 2021. He is very well known within the fanship with the Maniacs. I still remembered that, you know. So everybody's been telling me to react to this. So I'm finally excited to get to this. And if it's anything like that first video we did, I will be excited. And yes, these are 30-minute videos, so I'll be able to pause a lot less. They don't give me too much. Band-Maids and everybody else does pretty good about not trying to strike my channel and stuff, and I appreciate that. But like I said, go over to NJ's channel, check out the original content, check out all his content. He's got some amazing content over there, and I haven't even gotten a quarter way through his catalog. But yeah, subscribe, like, make sure. Let's see, did I like it? Nope, gotta get a like on this. Without further ado, this is the one part of a 7-part docuseries from Orange called Saiki. This is the introduction to her. And here we go. Get comfortable. It's 30 minutes. I'm excited, though.
Welcome to Kofu, the capital city of Yamanashi Prefecture, where Saiki was born on February 8th. Known for its proximity to Mount Fuji and its grapes and wines, Yamanashi is mostly covered by forests. This is
a lot of money over there. Holy cow, it's beautiful.
Is the beautiful landscape where Saiki spent her childhood with her mother and stepfather as her parents are divorced. Her mother was born and raised in Osaka.
Oh, wow. What is that? Let me know in the comments. That's beautiful.
And Saiki describes her as a person who doesn't hold anything back and could be very aggressive.
Wow.
Her stepfather wasn't really a father figure in Saiki's education, as her mother took responsibility for this role as well.
I think that's probably the last 30, 40 years, at least, in my experience. Thankfully, with today's generation, even with my generation, fathers are a lot more involved, and that's so important in a kid's relationship. Even if, I've always said this before, being a mother and a father is so much different than being a husband and a wife or a boyfriend and girlfriend. You can be a great boyfriend, but be a horrible father. But if you're not a good boyfriend or husband, how can you be a good father? Sometimes, you got to separate if you have to for the betterment of the kids. But, being a father is so much different than being a husband or a boyfriend. I can tell you that right now. I was good at being a father, not so much the other one. That's why I'm single.
Saiki was a very shy child who couldn't leave her mother's knees, but forced herself to go to school anyway. As her mother loved to drink with her friends, Saiki spent a lot of time in bars called izakaya, a snack bar in Japan where you can drink a lot and talk loud. Try to picture a shy young girl eating dinner in the middle of a group of her mother's friends while they drank alcohol. Saiki had a very funny and lively childhood.
Oh, wow.
She spent a lot of time singing at the karaoke, as her mother kept asking her to sing various types of songs. Songs to cry to, like Nada So So by Rimi Natsukawa. Or more poppy songs.
I didn't realize how much karaoke was a mainstay over in Japan. My best friend back when I was in my 20s, early 20s, Noy and his family used to, hey, come over to this karaoke bar. And I was like, okay, that'll be fun, whatever, Oh, no, karaoke bars are so much different over there. And the one I went to was like a private room, felt like it was bottle service right in the room itself. It was different animal. They really take their karaoke seriously over there. It's not in the back of a bar. They're very upscale. So, all right, quit pausing.
Learning more songs and listening to different types of music. Listening to Kouda Kumi led Saiki to discover Namie Amuro, a famous Japanese singer, dancer, and model who's been referred to as the queen of Japanese pop. Oh, wow. Saiki became a huge fan of Namie Amuro and decided to take dancing lessons when she was around 8 or 9 to become just like her idol. She talked about the kind of Namie fan she was in the second episode of the radio show called Band-Maid Nippon, a 20-minute regular radio show that aired during the pandemic on Nippon.
Their outfits have really changed over time, for the better, believe me. I saw, when they first came out, that last video, I didn't like those, but especially with Saiki in a band or a maid's outfit, or even Misa, no, they're supposed to be in black, for sure.
On Broadcasting System, a sister company of Band-Maid's label Pony Canyon.
私の人生を変えた一曲は安室奈美恵さんのファンキータウンです。
ああ、もうね、サイちゃんといえばっていうぐらい
そうだね。安室奈美恵さん
大好きだったね。
大好き。
もうだって
私の神様だと思っています。
すごかったんだから安室さんが引退を発表した時。
恥ずかしい。
もう忘れられないあれは。
Let me know in the comments. Miko's one of those smartasses of the group, isn't she? She seems like she'd be a fun one to hang out with. Well, they all do, but especially her.
バンドメイドのツアー直前のゲネ最終の投資リハーサルみたいなのをやってる時に、お昼のニュースかなんかで確か流れたんですよね。で、練習というかリハーサル中のちょっとした休憩の合間時間に、そのニュースを見たサイちゃんは椅子普通に座ってたのに崩れ落ちたからね。
座ってたのにね。
座ってたのに。立ってたわけじゃないのに。崩れ落ちて、叫んだから。
叫んだ。
みんなで、どうしたのって。
Yeah, she's a smart ass.
嘘だ
そう。でちょっともう、
やばい
半泣きなんですかね。で、
泣いた。
泣いてた。で
泣こうよ
ごめんなさい、もう今日はできませんって
やったよ。やったけどね。
やったけど一旦もうちょっと私今日はもうできないですって
10分は休ませてもらった。
そうだね、ちょっと一旦それで休憩、がっつり休憩にしま
10
しょう。
minutes long break.
ちょっと気持ちの整理させてください。
もう本当に崩れ落ちてたもんね。
そうぐらい好きなんです。安室奈美恵さんのことが。はい。
Saiki's mother often asked her to audition, but at that time, Saiki thought it would be impossible for her to pass an audition and actually become someone who can sing and dance like her idol, Namie Amuro. And then one special day, on her birthday, Saiki asked to go to Tokyo to take a look at life in the big city.
I bet that was a life-changing event. As someone who was born and raised in the city, people don't realize if you haven't lived city life, if you've been sheltered from all of that, if you ever watch Tom and Jerry, it's like the city mouse going to the country and the country mouse going to the city. It's exactly like that. I mean, I moved away from the city for about 4 years. I know Lakeville's only maybe 20 minutes from the city, but it felt like the middle of nowhere. I mean, around here, 24-hour walking distance, anything you want. But when you're out there and stuff like that, it's like 10 minutes just to go to any store. It's insane, but I bet that changed your life.
It was during this trip to Tokyo that Saiki was scouted by a talent agency named Rising Production. But it was not just any talent agency. Rising Production also managed Namie Amuro. At first,
I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe that, good things happen to good people. And talk about the symmetry of that. She's got a talent agency now that's scouting her, that her idol's from. That's cool. That's really cool.
First, Saiki worked as a model. You can see pictures from a photo shoot she did with Jimmy Ming Shum in November 2012.
Oh, wow.
Then,
So
she
young.
was asked about what she would like to do.
Still looks young.
Of course, Saiki brought up singing. So, she took singing lessons. The agency also asked her about acting lessons.
Oh,
And
wow.
even though she wasn't really interested in acting, she agreed in order to have more opportunity in the future. When
Good
she
for the
was in high
stage.
school, Saiki traveled between Yamanashi and Tokyo on the weekend for her singing lessons. She was on the right path to become a professional singer and dancer.
Before they get into that, right there kind of shows you. People are like, oh, yeah, you just kind of stumbled into this or something. No, it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of dedication to do something like this. And I mean, what I'm seeing here, after she was 18, she started taking singing lessons and acting lessons. She had no idea she's going to be part of a band shortly after that. That's really cool.
Through those singing lessons,
Work hard on your dreams. Just because they're dreams doesn't mean you don't work at it. That's all I got to say. Wish I knew
Saiki
that.
learned a lot about how to sing properly, louder, and also how to move while singing. When you sing, it's important to express yourself with gestures, but
She's
Saiki
good at
was
that.
still very shy. She used to sing while standing still.
I find that hard to
but
believe.
the years of dancing lessons did give Saiki a good sense of rhythm. And those singing lessons helped her to overcome her shyness.
Good.
Saiki started to show signs of the strong, confident, and mesmerizing singer that we know of today.
No kidding. Ooh. I got to write this one down. What happened? Ooh, I like that. Someone asked me in the comments, oh, maybe you should try to react to more because there's a lot of songs you haven't reacted to that's on this. Nah, this is great. This is a good scouting way to find good songs. This will be a good one.
A lot
Band-Maid
happened in
sound.
Saiki's life since her trip to Tokyo. After joining Rising Production, Saiki was scouted by Platinum Passport during one of her singing lessons. This is when she decided to move to Tokyo to focus on her career. Saiki appeared briefly in a commercial for Taisho Pharmaceutical. You can also see her dancing in a music video for the singer May J.
So 90s, so
Saiki
2000.
was an actress in the B team
So
of
young.
Go Jet Go Go Zero, a musical comedy where she played the role of May,
Looks like Disney
the
Plus.
sister of the lead character. She was in the cast between June
Actually,
26th
Disney.
and July 3rd, 2013. That's not all. Between August 13th and 19th, Saiki performed in a play called Night of the Blue Moon, where she had the role of a nurse.
I can't picture her short hair.
Saiki has always been a fan of trains, which is pretty common in Japan. She likes to take photos and visit museums like the Kyoto Railway Museum, where she went in 2016. Saiki considers herself amongst the photographers when it comes to talk about train enthusiasts. There is also something else that's very present in Saiki's daily life, and it's the only other topic you can see on her X account: the Japanese baseball team, Hanshin
Yes.
Tigers. Saiki is a huge fan of this team, and she's supported them for a long time.
Good for her.
She reposts every victory, and sometimes she just posts about them. She even talked about the Hanshin Tigers on the radio with a show she hosted with Miku in 2021.
2025年にですね、阪神タイガースの2軍の本拠地が現在の鳴尾浜球場から小田南公園へと移転されます。知ってました？
いや、知らなかったです。
メイン球場は3階建てで、すごい。客席は約3600席。内野は黒地。
I remember taking my son to Target Field for the first time, 2009. Actually, it was that visit to Target Field. I think it was their second game at Target Field or whatever. We actually got recorded by the Twins and actually got on their first commercial for Target Field. It's only 1 second long, but I can't believe I was watching. I'm like, Donovan, that's us. Donovan was only probably 5, 6 years old. He's like, no way. But when we paused it for 1 second, we were on there. Oh yeah, going to a baseball field for the first time for your favorite team and seeing that new stadium, something you don't forget. Oh.
外野は天然芝です。頑張れ阪神タイガースという私の気持ちです。
なるほど、お気持ちありがとうございます。ポン。
はい。
If you really follow Saiki
Miku,
on
that's
Instagram,
fun.
you know that she loves taking photos, where she poses with various types of clothes,
Oh, wow.
along with photos of her shoes and nails.
Thank
Talking
you.
about shoes, you can find videos of Saiki showing a room full of sneakers
shoes up
in a
there.
series called Maid's Room, available
Nikes,
for
of course.
Omesu-sama members. Saiki is also one of the main models when it comes to feature Band-Maid clothes for the official website.
I like that. She would have made it as a model, I bet. Or probably an actress. I mean, God, she's talented.
On July 24th, 2013, a rock band called Band-Maid
Oh, they do a
performed
ballad?
for the first time at
They haven't put it up there. Let me know what this ballad is. I didn't know they did ballads like that. That sounds kind of deep. I want to hear that one. Let me know down there, please, what song that is. It's the one that's playing right now. I'm going to go back just a little bit. I'll try to stop pausing.
models when
Sorry.
it comes to feature Band-Maid clothes for the official website.
That sounds so good.
On July 24th, 2013, a rock band called Band-Maid
It's only 12 years
performed
ago.
for the first time at Otsuka Deepa in Tokyo. This band consisted of 4 members: Konami on guitar,
Yeah.
Akane on drums, Misa on bass,
Love that.
and Kabato Miku, the founder of the band, on vocals. Band-Maid performed 2 more times at Shibuya Milky Way on August 13th
Oh, wow.
and at the Vuenos in August 16th before realizing that
Right there. That reminds me of the front of First Ave when you go there. Right there. Yeah, except all the stars on the wall. First Ave is one of those places they better never tear down. I love that place.
August 16th before realizing that Miku's voice alone wouldn't be enough for her band. The management started to look
Oh, wow.
for lead
She started
vocals
as lead
within
singer.
the agency. The profile of a young new talent who'd moved from Yamanashi came up. She had taken dancing lessons for a few
So
years
young
along with
looking.
singing lessons from
Still
her
is.
previous and current agency. She'd also done some acting here and there, but she always wanted to become a professional singer. Her name was Saiki. Saiki was first contacted
Let me know what that one is, too. I gotta write these down. Jeez.
because her profile fit what the band was looking for. She was asked to come sing and listen to the songs planned for the band without being informed that she would have to perform in a special outfit. On Saiki's first audition, none of the members were there, only the agency president,
No maid
songwriter,
outfit for
and
her.
manager. They explained the project in detail, but Saiki was really skeptical about the maid outfit.
で楽屋に吊るされてた俺もみたいな
She listened to the music written for the band and
I gotta tell this story. When I first started listening to Band-Maid, and I couldn't figure out, like, why maid outfits and stuff like that. I started looking it up, and it was a fetish thing over there, and I'm like, oh, God. Oh, what's this music gonna be about? So I was relieved to know that they don't do that kind of stuff. At the same time, everybody's got a gimmick, I know, but yeah, when I first found out about the outfit thing too, that kind of made me uncomfortable. It's like, oh, 2025, I don't know if that's gonna pass, but it worked, right?
even though she really liked it, Saiki was not really sure if she could sing these kinds of songs. But the management team told Saiki her voice was great and was a perfect fit in the band. As she wanted to sing more and was ready to participate in any audition that could offer her a job in this area, Saiki accepted the offer and officially joined Band-Maid.
Look at that bass line. That's hard as fuck. Oh! Oh!
Saiki
God
still had
damn
to meet
it.
the other 4 members,
Yes, let me know what song that's from. Specifically, let me know where that video is from. I want to watch that actual video. That's cool. That's a great intro. It's amazing. This band, it was like, she didn't think she could do this kind of music. Miku never even played guitar before Band-Maid. Misa didn't even think she was going to make it in Band-Maid. And, 12 years, 13 years? Look how much they've grown so quickly. I mean, that's dedication. That's family. Oh. I just had to hear it again. God!
Saiki still had to meet the other 4 members, but she didn't meet them all at once.
4人同時じゃなくて
Look at
徐
those eyes.
々に会っていく感じだったんですけど、最初は茜だったかな。彼女についてはとにかく明るい人と
No
いう
kidding.
印象で、すごく明るくて
Yeah, Connie's smile is so infectious.
素敵と思いましたね。なんで最初に茜と会ったかというと、私の最初の衣装を作ることになった時、当時はみんなと似たようなメイド服の衣装だったんですけど、彼女の衣装を元に作るのがバランス的にいいだろうということになったみたいで、
And
お
the
互い
flower work.
身長も一緒だし、体重も近かったので、一回これを着てみてみたいな感じで、まず茜の衣装を着てみたんです。 それで、ここをちょっと直せばいけるね、みたいな感じになってすぐにできたんですよ。ただ、私その時点ではまだそれがメイド服だって分かってなかったんです。というか、エプロンとか小物がないとただの黒いワンピースに見えるわけですよ。しかも袖がない。いわゆる可愛い感じの衣装じゃなかったんですね。ただ、なんかフレアの幅が広いよなぐらいには思ってましたけど。そして後日衣装ができたら付属品みたいなのがいろいろついてきて、それをつけてみたら、メイド服やんと気づいて、そこで改めて小鳩とか金見の衣装を見て、バンドメイドのメイドってそれなのねってようやく理解したんです。
Not figuratively, literally.
それはどうあれ、とにかく茜の第一印象はいろいろ親切にしてくれる明るいお姉さんでした。次に会ったのがミサで、彼女とはなんとなく気が合うんだろうなみたいな感じがして、好きそうなものが似てそうだよなと思いました。初めて会ったのは5人での初お給仕の前日、スタジオでのリハーサルの時でした。そこでみんなと「はじめましてよろしくお願いします」みたいな。その時の休憩時間にミサと話したのかな。彼女は人見知りなんだろうなってすぐ分かりました。自分と似た匂いを感じたからなんですけど。
I cannot think any of these five are shy. Don't tell me that Miku's shy. That girl is so outgoing, it's unbelievable. It just blows my mind. I was shy. I can't see it. Wow.
だからなかなか会話が始まらないんです。茜の場合はすごく気を使ってくれるというか、人見知りを察知するのが早いんです。だからすぐに話を振ってくれるんですよ。放っておくと私は喋らないから、最近はどう思うみたいに、本当に。
No, people always tell me, you don't understand what it's like to be in a situation that you're unfamiliar. You become shy, you become kind of closed off because I can be around strangers. And I think it's because I moved so much when I was a kid. It seemed like through elementary school, every year was a new school. So I was always the new kid. So I never learned to be shy. I never was shy. So I always get kind of fascinated when people talk about their shyness and stuff. I've seen it with, ex-girlfriends, ex-friends, other friends and stuff. And I'm just thinking to myself, for someone like me who's not shy, it's hard to fathom, being in that uncomfortable situation like that and trying to, come out of your little bubble. So props to you guys who can come out and do that. That's amazing.
人見知りを察知するのが早いんです。だからすぐに話を振ってくれるんですよ。放っておくと私は喋らないから、最近はどう思うみたいに、本当に優しい人だなと思いましたね。
That's cool.
そしてミサに対しては、この人もめちゃくちゃ人見知りだ。気持ちはわかるぞーと。
Now they're best of friends.
初対面の時はちょっとした挨拶程度だったんですよ。お疲れ様ですみたいな。話をしたのはレコーディングの時だったんですけど、私にとってはスタジオ見学のようなものだったので、レコーディングってそうやるんですねとか話してた気がします。第一印象としては目の大きな人だなって。しばらくするととても真面目できちんとした人なんだなと気づかされました。何かの時にさようでございますかって言葉が聞こえてきて、そんな言葉遣いする人これまで私の周りにはいなかったぞとめちゃくちゃ丁寧な感じで働き慣れてる人みたいなイメージがありました。社会人っぽいというか真面目な学校に通ってたのかしらという印象でしたね。初めて会ったのはそのリハーサルスタジオの時なんですよね、きっと。私が正確に覚えてないだけかもしれないけど実際本当に私が覚えてないだけみたいで、去年本人からその前にサイキを見てるよって言われて怖っと思って知らないうちに影からオーディションされてたんだって。マネージャーと一緒にちらっと見に行ったことはあったんだよと。 そりゃそうですよね。身なりぐらいは見ておかないと。私的にはお給仕前日のスタジオで会った時が初遭遇だったんですけど、その時はなんかちっちゃい子が来たなと思って、これまた私の学校にはいなかったタイプだなとその時点で思いましたもん。何この5人ってなんでここにこの5人が集まってるのって最初から疑問でした。今も疑問
That's cool.
最初小鳩に対してはキャラ強って思いましたね。濃ゆいなこの人、独自のキャラがもうすでにあるって。他の3人についても癖強めというか濃いめだとは思っていて、でも同時に私自身はもっとそう見られているんだろうなと思っていたので、最近になってそのことを言いました。絶対そう思ってたでしょってみんな素直に認めてましたマジで無理って思ったとか言ってましたね、小鳩は。マジでどうしようって悩んだよって
She's honest.
These 5 members are really unique. And
Yeah, it's got to be hard for somebody who's shy, who's not used to opening up with someone like Miku, from what I'm hearing. Very outgoing, very A personality. And like I said, I'd probably get along with her the best. But of course, we probably would never shut up. I can see that.
Really different. But they all became very close friends over the years. Although,
Thanks, Saiki. Now I can't unsee her eyes on frickin' Konami. Yes, she does have big eyes. Oh, God.
it was not that easy for Saiki.
I can't unsee it.
Saiki has a very shy personality, so it was hard
Yeah, you
for
keep
her to
saying
open
that.
up and talk to her new bandmates. From the beginning, Akane already knew Konami and Misa,
I really want to
so
see
there
him in
was
concert.
a connection between those three. Miku,
Oh, that's cool.
being very friendly and sociable, had no trouble fitting in with the new trio. But when Saiki joined Band-Maid, the other 4 had already performed
I love that
live
shirt.
and spent time together. So for someone as timid as Saiki, it took a while to fit in. She gave her opinion when asked, but the communication was
I love
very
that
limited
outfit.
during the first months. Saiki also had a lot to learn as a lead singer, as she had no experience when it came to concert setup or even singing on stage with a band. She didn't know how to wrap her mic cable or do a mic check, and even what a joint concert was.
Neither do I.
Of course, she went to a lot of concerts, but only for that one band she wanted to see before leaving the venue.
Really?
Saiki also struggled to sing with all the noise of her bandmates' instruments on stage, as she didn't wear in-ear monitors when she started to sing with Band-Maid.
Oh, that's got to be hard for a singer.
Saiki performed her first concert with Band-Maid on August 22nd at Shibuya AX in Tokyo.
Cool. So raw. She doesn't have a guitar. You can see Saiki's still nervous.
Right after this concert,
That's such a
Saiki
raw
got
sound.
rid of the apron that was attached to her outfit.
Good call.
It took about 6 months for Saiki to get used to being in
Yeah.
a band
That
and learn
looks
how to
better.
manage her setup for the concerts. This timing was perfect because on February 8th, 2014, on Saiki's birthday, Band-Maid performed their first one-man concert.
That's Band-Maid? Oh, wow. That's so raw. It's so quiet. Almost pop. Wow. Like extreme.
After the success of Thrill, Band-Maid played more concerts, and Saiki found herself singing more than she
There
was
we go.
prepared for. Even though she took singing lessons for a few years, Saiki's vocal technique was still very limited.
Oh.
And during her debut, she wasn't as cautious about how she sang. Around the time Band-Maid recorded Alone, Saiki was being helped by a vocal coach to improve her singing skills, but it was already too late. Between 2015 and 2017, her throat suffered to the point where her voice became half as powerful as it was when she joined Band-Maid. At one point, she couldn't even record an entire song the same day.
Ooh.
She had to rest a few days between takes to ensure that she didn't lose her voice for good. Even forced to speak in whispers for a while and used her voice only for singing.
Wow.
Terrified by the idea of having to rely on surgery, she tried everything to avoid it, but finally realized that she would not be able to sing anymore if she waited any longer. In the summer of 2017, she finally gathered her courage and went through with vocal cord polyp surgery. Saiki was completely without a voice for a week, and then
I think they call that nodes or something. I learned that from Pitch Perfect. I got nodes, oh no. Such a dramatic thing for singers, I guess. I don't know.
she wasn't allowed to sing for a month right after the surgery. She wrote a tweet to reassure everyone who'd been following her. With the help of her vocal coach, who had experience with this kind of surgery, and a lot of
10
training,
years ago.
Saiki is now able to sing even better than before and has improved her technique while learning how to properly care for her voice.
She's got range
You can
now.
see Saiki taking care of her throat during MCs when she's drinking low-quat syrup, or even after the show, where she's using a stainless steel ice bottle to keep her throat cool. Saiki's
That was a beer.
voice changed a lot over the years, always improving, becoming more powerful with a wider range.
That bass line. I like that. That bass line. Wow. That, yeah. That's so cool. I like this. God damn. God, her voice. Konami in that guitar, though.
There are always more to do in a band than just play your instrument. There's writing songs, lyrics, and being involved in the whole process. Saiki wrote lyrics here and there along with Miku since the release of Brand New Made in 2016.
Oh, cool.
But she's started to write more by herself, as she's the one who's credited
Good for
for
her.
lyrics on Corellium.
Oh, really? I love this song.
Hate.
That's cool. I think I've heard this one. That bass line.
And Maji.
Oh, I gotta rate this one down.
Saiki
I want to see him live so bad. I really do. That looks so cool.
Actively participates in other activities around Band-Maid, like helping design clothes and giving ideas for the covers of Band-Maid CDs. At first,
I could see her doing
Miku
that.
was the spokesperson of the band. Well, Saiki used to stay in the background.
Geez, you think?
Miku was the one who talked the most during media appearances and put on a show during MCs.
Total A personality.
But since the pandemic, Saiki took a step forward.
Good
and
for her.
became, with Miku, part of the front image of Band-Maid.
That's got to be
They talked
hard.
together during the Band-Maid Nippon radio show and all other radio appearances. Saiki has also become more active during MCs and started to talk from her heart with the fans. After a time, Saiki came to realize that
I wanna
of all
see her
the
live.
millions, she had the best view of the stage, as she was free to roam as she focused on her singing. Saiki was the one who started to talk to the other members about moving around the stage, interacting more with the crowd, and making each concert even more special.
常に驚かせたいっていうのがありますね。ハッとさせられたり、ゾクッとさせられたりっていうのは本気の生理現象だと思うし、そういうのを伴った時の方が記憶に残るんじゃないかなと思っていて、だから結局自分たちのことが相手の記憶に残っていってほしいのかな。忘れないでほしいというか、一回見たらもう忘れられないねみたいな、そういうのを目指しているところがあるのは確かですね。
She's a philosopher too? That's profound. That really is. I love sayings like that. I really do. That's really cool. Yeah, she's evolved. By far.
Saiki changed a lot with Band-Maid, compared with the shy girl she was when
Little
she
bit.
visited Tokyo for the first
I
time.
can't see it.
Scouted on that day by the same agency who managed her idol
That hair.
to become a model.
So 90s,
and
so
being
Rachel.
able to take singing lessons. And then scouted a second time during those lessons by another agency to
Wow.
develop more talents. Saiki performed in a few
Diamond in
plays
the rough.
and ended up joining an all-female rock band, playing songs far from her repertoire in an outfit that she never really liked. She had to learn everything from scratch to move towards her goal of becoming a professional musician.
A few of you had.
This shy young girl, who never thought that she could sing and dance for a living, became a confident, talented lead singer with an insane stage presence.
Hard work and dedication.
Saiki changed so much that even those close to her, including herself,
I can't believe it.
don't even recognize her when she's on stage. Saiki seized an opportunity
I don't see the shy.
and took the best of it to evolve into
Oh.
a new version of herself. Surrounded by the best group of friends,
Oh, that's acoustic.
she managed to rise to a point where she never thought she could reach. But this ascent is far from over.
What is this
Saiki
song?
and her bandmates have the energy to climb over any mountain in their way.
That's
no
cool.
matter how
I love
high.
anime.
In the end, and against all odds, Saiki is the perfect fit for Band-Maid.
They all
The
are.
last piece of this miraculous puzzle whose voice resonates across the world.
私だけの願い崩れてくパズル満たせない記憶
Oh, wow.
瞳閉じてまた
Look at the emotion pouring out of her. Let me know that one. That's cool. Oh, it's over? That was 30 minutes? Oh, I suppose.
この時が続くように暗い日々さえ reach you 無意味なものはないよ
Great job.
Last night I feel my heart liquid with you love you love me 言葉にできない
Oh, no, we're not doing a Connie yet. That was great. Great job, Ronnie. Orange. I don't know. I'll try to say it right. Great job. What do you expect? I'm a guy from the Midwest, Minneapolis. Haven't been out of Minnesota barely ever, so it's the best I can do. But yeah, I can't say too much after that. I mean, we've been on for a while now. Like I said, these are going to be longer videos. I'm going to try not to, stop it all the time, but it is a reaction video, guys. And if I have something to, think about or say, I'm going to do it. But that was really, really good. I mean, I'm impressed. And I just to think about that. And like I said before, for someone like me who's an A personality and someone who moved a lot, I never had the capability of being shy. I couldn't be shy. For better or for worse, I was the loudest one, probably the obnoxious one as I was younger. But that's the way it had to be because, otherwise it's just me and my sister and brother, So you learned to be outgoing and stuff like that. And for someone who's been sheltered their whole life and just shy, and it's like, oh, you're going to do acting lessons. You're going to do singing lessons. Oh, we're going to make you a front woman of a band that you've never done before. Oh, by the way, this music is going to be a little more complicated than your pop music and stuff. And you got to try to keep up with us. And so on and so on. I mean, to go from, not even thinking about being in a band, just, deciding that she wanted to follow in the footsteps of her idol, get signed by the company. That's another thing I got to look into. Japanese, seems like they have all these talent scouts, talent management companies. It seems like they really curate their kids. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, you did that over here in the United States, and that's kind of why we have child actors that go absolutely batshit crazy. But over there, like I said, Band-Maid from the ground up is just stand-up role models, put it bluntly. And, yeah, this was amazing. So, great job, Orange. Loved it. Can't wait for the next one. Can't wait to get with you guys again. Otherwise, let me know what you guys thought, how everything went, and we'll catch you with the next one. I believe the next one is Akane, actually. It's either Akane or it is Konami. Oh, it is Konami. So, yeah, Saiki, Konami, then Akane, then Misa, and then we got... Yeah, that's the other thing is Kobatu Miku. So, does she have two first names? Because everybody seems to have one first name, and I don't know how that works. So, it's another thing. But she's got 3 parts right there. So, we'll definitely do all 3 parts. I don't know how I'm going to do that one yet, but we'll see. If you stuck around this long, guys, like I said, hit the subscribe, hit the like. Make sure you go over to his channel, Orange. Great job as usual. And Kasper Michaels, yeah, you picked the right guy. He's definitely good as a voiceover guy. So just round of applause everywhere, guys. All right. That's all I got to say, guys. Catch you on the flip side. Later.